a little bit about the human history in Africa. In fact, when we talk about human history, it originates in Africa. That one thing about African human history is that it goes back the farthest here because Africa is the home to humankind. We talked a little bit about the Middle East being a crossroads of humanity, but it's a crossroads from where they originate in Eastern Africa, particularly along these rift valleys. This is where humans evolve and originate, and then they expand outward into other parts of the world. In more recent history, we have trade between different parts of Africa. And we've discussed complementarity in the European lectures about where one place has something the other needs. That this is something that we really see between the wetter and drier parts of Africa. It's characterized by regional complementarity. So we have the forests in the south and deserts in the north. The forests have products like wood that you don't find in the desert. But the deserts have other important products as well. They have gold for one thing, but probably more importantly for humans, they have salt. One thing about salt is that before refrigeration, salt was a key part of preserving food. So people in the tropical regions would have a high need for salt because they would live in an environment where food could go bad very quickly. So salt was an important component of preserving food. And right along that zone in between there is where we find another cultural hearth, the West African cultural hearth, which was a place where civilization emerged in Africa. So sort of along the zone where we have in between the dry areas of the north and the forested regions of the south, that trade was an important component of the development of this cultural hearth. So again, here in West Africa, we have trade pushed by regional complementarity. This leads to cultural hearths in West Africa. So these are a number of early civilizations. These are along the Nile that we've discussed, and these are in West Africa. Another important aspect is diffusion in early Africa, particularly an event called the Bantu migration, which is at 5,000 or so years ago, you had a movement of people from West Africa farther down into other parts, and they brought language, culture, and agriculture to much of Africa. So here's a closer view. These are overlapping civilizations that emerged in West Africa. We have later states that emerged, particularly from the movement of people from West Africa farther south. That's called the Bantu migrations.